Hello and welcome to a new and exciting series of Age of Wonders Planetfall. It's probably my favorite turn-based strategy game at the moment, and it's so fantastic that I want to share it with you. If you're here for the good old Spellforce content, don't worry, it's not gone anywhere. I just had some trouble with the recordings recently. They got corrupted, and we've got a new patch out, so I'm a bit of on a dry spell here. But as soon as I've got some, they're not going anywhere, so do keep on the lookout for them. So we are gonna play some spicy Planetfall on a, I think it's medium-large map, or like a medium-plus map, which is part of the PBM balance mod. So basically just a medium map, just a little bit larger. We have, I think, set up 8 AI extremes as opponents, or a pretty good mix of some of my other custom leaders. But what I want to show you today is one of my favorite combos in the game. It's gonna be Amazon Promethean. So we've got our Amazons, they've got laser and bioweapons, they have a lot of really cool units, especially animal-based, like we've got a Pteranodon, which this build is going to be all about. And some other spicy stuff that I'll show off as the game goes on. And then we've got the Promethean, which is all about fire and purging the planet clean from any nasty aliens. It's going to be great. We've picked the Amazon Assault Mount, which gives us a Lancer mount in the beginning, and as well as a piloting and vitality. So we're already starting off with 10 HP, as well as the mount, which increases our speed, so that helps us secure sites and just be a bit more nimble. Then we've got Martial Tradition, which is really nice because it gives us the passive effect of decreasing our weapons research costs. So whenever we want a mod to unlock, it's going to be a lot cheaper to research. And once a turn, when our commander kills in combat, she gets 1 action point back, which is going to be a big part of the strategy in the later games, because the Amazon mounts are really powerful, and if when we combine it with the Promethean tech, it's gonna be spicy. Hot and spicy. I also really like just the data repository to jumpstart your research. It's random, so sometimes you end up with stuff that you don't necessarily need. But because we're investing so many points in our hero here, I always feel like it's worth it. And we're going Decadent as our vice. So while this does reduce our food production, one of our boni for being Amazon is if we kill animals on the world map, we do gain food, 4 food per tier of the unit killed. So that helps really to offset that. And it gives our girl here another +10 health. So combined with the vitality we already get, as well as some health of the mount, she's gonna be a tanky lass. She's gonna be absolutely fantastic. As already mentioned, we're playing on a PBM balance mod. It's just to bring some stuff in line, and it's mostly about reducing the potency of flyers and importance of them a little bit in the game, and balancing some of the more overpowered strategies in the game. It doesn't really matter against the AI, but I just really enjoy the mod, so I always play with it on. Link's gonna be in the description, and I think without further ado, let's jump in and show you the power of the Hyper Women. They're glorious. Nope. There we go. Got our enemies set up here. I forgot that lets us to the screen, but now we go.
Greetings, Amazon sister. You have used your bioengineering skills to adapt and survive on distant worlds. The collapse of the Union has freed you from ancient dogma and the slow-moving process of evolution. You have shaped your bodies, society, and environment to meet your own needs and ideals. But no, there are no universal truths. May your sisterhood create a brighter future for all on this world.
Oh, it's gonna be bright, all right. Because we are gonna be burning some foods, and it's gonna be glorious. Alright, let's head straight in. Oh, 42% water, 58% landmass, fair enough. As far as victory conditions go, I've got all the normal ones set up, except Grail, because otherwise the game ends a bit too fast. And I want to show off all the good stuff that we're gonna get in late game, which I usually don't get to. So it's a bit of a not smaller start here, but but for our first series, I'm not gonna go too ham. But going forwards, I might do some really big ones. But first things first, we've got the Therians, which is fantastic. Because that dwelling gives you access to a hell of a lot of amazing mods. That just increase your mobility and general potency of pretty much everything. Question, Kildorf. Is that a name? I can't remember if that's an Amazon name. But let's go ahead and check. Alright, so we've got an anomalous site here. But our quest is on the back. We've got a production stockpile in the back here. Okay, I still think I'm gonna go clean this up. And then I'll probably just run her down here while our stack cleans up some other things. And oh my god, I'm so excited because this is going to be
when traveling
excellent
through
series.
Promethean lands, stay close to agents who can deploy tactical protective technologies. I've watched the world around me devoured in an inferno as I passed through unharmed. Malregnib, fleeing through Promethean fire.
Ooh, and that's a really good unlock for our random secret tag here. So we've got a purification field, which is just a fantastic starting mod. Makes the early game a lot easier. Because it's a free action, it restores 15 health and removes most status effects except psionic stuff. But that's pretty rare.
Only Promethean devotees are qualified to protect innocent lives from toxic hazards and fiery chemical reactions. Metal fires differ from chemical fires. We understand which disasters should be incinerated, extinguished, or allowed to just burn out. Fire Chief Skulls Ernest.
We got really lucky here, so we've got 2 of our secret tags already unlocked. That's pretty spicy. We also got one of my favorite things. So as Amazons, you get a free animal unit, and we got lucky. We got the Mega Sow. A lot of people don't like it, but there's a lot of cheeky things you can do with that. And it can get pretty ridiculous. Promethean is a good matchup for it. I think my favorite combo with it is still Sinumbra. But alas, it wasn't to be today. That's for a different day. Let's bring our scout down here. So it's pretty important to scout stuff out. Okay, there we go. Oh, nice. So we got immediately some more Cosmite here. On top of our first expansion city that we're gonna buy with the influence that we're gonna garner. Yeah, pretty nice setup. And then we're probably gonna go and attack Kildorf as soon as we can. Meanwhile, we're gonna put that on food to get our first colonizer up as soon as possible. And what do we have here? So we've got a biodome. That's just a normal quarry. We've got a bit of happiness down here, which is really helpful. But so we're probably gonna move our capital later, but let's start with the reactor core. Because I think I'm gonna go down here with a science exploitation. Alright, so we're gonna make our way over here. I'm gonna clean that up, and that's also why the mount's good, because now if you have the stack, as a little tip, if you can't move the entire stack, or if you want to go on the next turn, you want to go the other direction, if you have one unit that's really fast, you can then still select that one unit. Go ahead, kill some fools, and we're gonna have to replay that battle, because in the beginning you really don't want to lose stuff. But that allows you then to put the unit back in the stack, and then you're just more mobile, and every tile counts. I've been practicing a little bit of multiplayer, and it's really good fun. I've got a big serious plan for the modded PBM game that we've got going. But I'm currently waiting on the turn to advance so I can post these. And that's also a really slow affair. But I'm very excited to share that as soon as I can. But doing it, basically sharing it too early, would just mean I put myself at a disadvantage because everybody else knows what I'm doing. Alright, so that's pretty spicy. We're gonna do that. Yeah, these Mycelian boys, they are really, really annoying. So they got, I think these have Blinding Mist that also does damage. So it's a really good ability. And we've got something that slows us down, which is annoying for a few reasons. Mostly to do with being able to move. Okay, we're gonna scan the ones in the on the top. So one of the big Amazon things is these biomonsters can scan, and then every unit of the same type gets a -2 for 3 turns to all damage types, which is really, really strong. And I do tend to forget it a lot of the time. Oh, damn, that's an explosive. Okay. Probably should have put it there, but it's okay for now. Okay, so this is a single target, so he can stay relatively in the back. So we're just gonna move him back there, because we have to spread out, because there's a decent amount of AoE going here. Let's see. Do I want to move these guys forward? So you're not in range there. I'm just gonna put you here. Chunky boy is fine back there. And we're just gonna hide you back here. Put you there. Should be fine. Because the big thing now is they can't hit multiple units with the AoEs. And they're annoying debuffs here. Which increases our survivability. Hey! And he's scattered into Nirvana. Beautiful. Okay, he gets a good jump in, but that's okay.
Ready.
The piggy in range. Oh, I'm one tile out. It's Bartman. But here, that's a big thing now. Because we scanned them earlier, this is basically a one-shot.
Enemy killed.
Beautiful. Same thing over here. Still a chance that we graze. But looks like we're getting away with it. Beautiful. Our boy's chomping at the bits. But that's okay. We're just gonna heal him and dispel the blind. And then we just one-tap you. Beautiful. So these are the special secret tech Amazon units. They've got the plasma bow, which is really, really good. Because bows in general are really accurate because they ignore cover. But they do have a little bit shorter range. But it also puts burning on top, which makes them easier to hit as well, do some damage. And we've still got the plasma bomb ability that everybody else, all the other purifiers have. For the good old 7 range engage. And that is fine too. I'm just gonna move you up here and then give that one a good laser lance. It jumps on her little mount. Amazons are just amazing. And because we're gonna be on the overworld map, we're just gonna make sure that he's healing himself by feasting on some corpses here. So before you kill the last units, if you have any healing abilities, you definitely want to use them. Victory. And then we're gonna stab ya! Hank that guy right between his plates. Most excellent. And as you see, because we killed some animals, so I think, yeah, the Hopper Hound are an animal, and now we get 4 food for our city in the back there. So that was very nice. And because we unlocked the purification... Oh, okay, you can't equip it. But your boys here can. That's actually really spicy. I actually think we're fine. So usually I would just... Oh god, it's double Lightbringers. That's always annoying. Okay, in that case we do equip the purification fields. I don't want to blow through all my Cosmite because we're gonna need it for the whatchamacallit, the colonizer later. And they don't really need the thermal targeting rate, but it's still a good damage buff if something's burning. And that's our first turn. Very, very nice. So yeah, the goal of this here is to get to the Pteranodon pretty much as soon as possible, while still pumping out enough things to stay in the game and get our eco rolling in the deep. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna do these now. I think I'm just gonna ignore them there. And okay, how far does that take me? Okay, we're just gonna use all of y'all because they're gonna stay together. Yeah, and man, early game Lightbringers are annoying because you always have to fight those battles yourself. Because there's they've got this extremely good Bone Crusher dash here, which is a long range. You can also just move up one tile if you're not staggered. Speaking of, can I get you scanned? Okay, so we're gonna scan them. Ah, they're two different ones. Assembly and Syndicate. Okay. So I don't think... Okay, I am in range with you. We're gonna have to move her to the side. Ah, I should have double checked. But yeah, that's fine. So as long as we stagger them, we're fine. But basically they have one action remaining after doing this Bone Crusher dash, which means they can double stagger a unit in one turn. And especially if they jump on the same target, it can get pretty brutal. But if we're gonna stagger them like this, they can't do anything in that sense. We're gonna jump you in that cover here. And we're gonna get the two of you burning. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Okay, they can go up to there, so this position here is safe. And yeah, just take the 30. Nice. Well done, lass. And our super chomper just moves up a bit. He doesn't have to be too close. Okay, immobilized our purifiers, but that's no biggie. Fair enough. And these guys have to walk. Haha.
Operations ready.
Very nice. Oh, I'm tempted here. 55. Oh, it's not quite a kill. Okay, that would be though. So we're gonna take that.
Enemy.
I also always keep forgetting that the Purifier's basic attack leaves a flaming field behind as well. So while it doesn't come into play that often, sometimes it can be pretty damn useful. Alright, let's see. How are we gonna do this? I'm just gonna chomp you. Yum, yum, yum. And because these guys are annoying, I think I'm just gonna try and put them to sleep. Okay, they're slowed. That's not too bad. Yeah, we're just gonna get that guy because he's the scariest, and then we're just gonna blank you. They're gonna come back with 1 point, but hey, we have our hero with the action reset, and that means that's not gonna fly, my dude.
Enemy down.
Very nice. Beautiful done. Beautiful done. Okay, you are currently immobilized, so let's remove that. Because I would like them to burn you, so you're easier to hit. There we go. You make sure you beast. There you go. And then we're just gonna run her down mid. Shoot it in the butt. And we can use him as cover to improve our bows here. And finish him off.
Forces are victorious.
There we go, AI. Why can't you do that? Beautiful.
Objective completed.
Din is a really, really strong primary weapon. Unfortunately, it's probably not gonna come into play here. Okay, so we're gonna run her down here because Anomalous Sight gives you a lot of research. And they're just generally pretty damn swell. Okay, well, a little bit... That's interesting. Because usually you end up with some form of food to get the shave of a turn there. To get your guy out, but that's fine. So my question is just 697. We've got the apostate here. With support from the echoes. We've got Sinister Chorus, and they've got psionic melee attacks, which is a bit annoying. Piggy's not gonna be great. So I could do it now. I think it's a bit risky though, and they're immune to status effects. So I just think I'll bring you back down here. So this is really, really nice. So basically what we want is the big pteranodons and some stuff in between for our heroes to ride around. And combine that, for example, with the absorption panels here. So if something stands in a fire hazard, they do a lot more damage, and they heal for 12 at the start of a turn. It's beautiful. And then we're going to use that, for example, with as well all the primal overrides that we get. Because we can get some spicy little... what do I call it? Animals, there we go. But we're gonna go for the heavy laser application because we are gonna run lancers in the beginning. A little bit more. Perfect. That's one turn to get that done. And we're gonna go Verdant Awakening because this ecological warfare here gives us poison attack on melee and biochemical attacks. As well as everything heals an additional 6 per turn, which is pretty damn good. So here, what we want is the enhanced limb augments. So that gives us fast movement and kinetic resistance, which is really strong. And then later black market connections, which gives us Cosmite as a reward for just doing pretty much anything on a world map. It's really, 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 really strong, especially if we want to go into big things like Pteranodons. It's beautiful. Ooh, double banners to level up our hero. Nice. But let's have a look over there. Alright, shielding laboratory, not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, lots of research. Yeah, I think we're gonna do a research rush. Yep, life is good. Let's go for turn 2. Oh, she can't quite make it there in time, but that's fine. Meanwhile, we run you down here. Okay, you cost 10 Cosmite for the first one. So we've got a little bit to spend. Kind of tempted to give... Ooh, we could make thermal targeting relay. We could do some interesting Biomancer stuff. A little bit of a damage Biomancer. Okay, these cost 5. So, yeah, that's perfectly fine. We also get like 5 income per turn, but we're gonna save some Cosmite for some other mods. Let's keep checking out what's over here. Some energy to pick up. Very nice. Another power generator down south. Ooh, and more Cosmite to the west of us. Very, very interesting. So I think this is going to be a good place for a city. We're going to have enough research because this is going to be research, this is going to be research. I'll make this production. And then probably this production as well after we've grown some forests there, which the Amazons can do. Which is pretty dope. Oh. Hello. We found Shura Ilyana, one of my beautiful Devar commanders. And you are gonna be a very nice victim. Yeah, Devar and Amazons don't jive because they tear forests down and we don't want that. Okay, but I would like that energy here. Oh, that's food. Perfect. Did that just give me enough? It did. So we can go immediately into colonizer while also claiming this sector here. You have to be a bit careful if you don't claim the sector while you're on 4. A colonizer costs you 1 population. So if you do that and then forget to claim the sector, you lose the ability to do so. So you want to keep that in mind. And then we can switch this off. Okay, it's still 3 turns. So... that's not really helping. Yeah, okay, we're gonna do that. That's gonna be fine. I don't think this is gonna shave anything off. No. So yeah. Just keep it classic. And that's that. Very nice. So we've got angry little stunties to the east of us. That should be interesting. Oh, do you have a colonizer? Okay, so he's already claimed over there. Interesting. Yeah, that'll be research. So I think I'm gonna send this colonizer, yeah, over here. Then we have 3 really good sectors with access to early cosmite, which is gonna be fantastic. You start breaking through the ice here. And ya boys, I'm gonna kill some critters. Do you need me to do help? No. This time they managed, and another 20 food, which is damn beautiful. There we go, back up to 4. And it's gonna take you 2 turns to come here, and that's gonna be fine. Beautiful. Hello. Don't mind a little cosmite. Flashworm stoppers. That's a golden landmark, isn't it? Ooh, cryomedical facilities. That's nice. +4 resistance to biological and cyborgs. And oh boy, are we biological. Very, very nice. So, yeah, that's 2 sectors away. Okay, so this is going to be a really powerful sector. We'll probably end up boosting that with food. And then this might become a production facility after all. We're going to have 2 energy and a little bit of research. Oh, there's a double production, never mind. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's going to be a residential sector, I think. That's really long-term planning, because it takes a long time to really grow a city big. And okay, so there's his free, quote-unquote, free city. Some Devar in the north. We might show them who's fierce. And looks like we've got the syndicate close as well. Very nice. Very, very nice indeed.
Lasers are fast, accurate, and leave no bloody mess. Just the delicious smell of fried bacon. Mark McNash, CEO, Lays Tech.
So yeah, I think how I handle research is, I'm gonna let him speak his bit while I hover over all the unlocks. So ignition module is really good, gives us 20% increased damage and just burning on our laser mods or laser capable units. And laser strike is just firing a laser from orbit. It's a classic staple of the tactical operations. It is quite sublime. And since we just unlock this, actually... Okay, yeah, we're gonna get a happiness event growth. So that's all goddamn Gucci. We're gonna go archaeology adept here, because this gives us more XP from finishing that site here. As well, Amazons really, really like critical hits. So we're gonna grab her Deadeye. So that's gonna be that. And I can take the milestone recharge station, which resets your movement points, which is pretty strong. Just to get a little bit of a nice view over there. And then we'll check out this city. Okay, looks like we found someone. We found a syndicate. I'm gonna say nice to meet her to you. She's a really cool commander. But since we technically don't know her secret tech, it shall be a surprise for you viewers. Ooh, 42 production. That's pretty damn spicy. And there's a lot of blimps here. So let's go check out what they're about. Oh, more cosmite. Ooh, that start is beautiful. Now we just have to somehow make sure we get all of that. Speaking of which, these guys have biochemical weakness. They also have decent armor. But the grounding hunt now, grounding hunt is still fine because they also do the electro damage, which that's gonna help with. So we are all Gucci. Very, very nice.
This world is our first mother. We will protect her. Only we understand what she needs and how best to preserve her. We vow to improve the land we occupy, leaving it better than how we first encountered it. Galnidra Orlanis, environmental activist.
Oh yeah, we're gonna leave it better. So we're gonna plant a lot of trees that are gonna be planted on the burning remains of our enemies. Because ash is a really good fertilizer. Ooh, bio launcher, very nice. Who's a good boy indeed. Yeah, I'm happy to do that for you. So I haven't seen any crazy shenanigans over there. Considering this is here, I might end up capturing that and settling it in place there. And then I could move this colonizer up here. That's a pretty decent spot for it. Nah, I'm still gonna move it here. Nice thing about Amazon colonizers is they float, so terrain isn't that big of an issue.
Happiness event in colony.
Production, eh? Don't mind if I do. So I could go for another colonizer. But I feel like we're probably gonna go to war relatively early. We're still gonna grab this here just fine. Which I actually can do next turn. You're gonna be too far away. That one's gonna cost 60. Let's have a little look around. What she's up to. Really? AI invested into Sci-Tech gauntlets? Okay, that looks goofy as hell on her. But, okay, she's got Mind's Eye. That's pretty spicy. Makes her unable to be flanked. We want ecological warfare for the initial days. And yeah, that makes me want to go a little bit harder into our production cycle here. And I think... yeah, I'm gonna do that. I wanted to grow first a little bit. So we can grab the thing over there. The next sector. I should have moved one of these down so I can get the city. So that was a misplay. And if I were playing, for example, in a multiplayer game, that's a pretty costly one because every turn counts a lot, especially when it comes to settlements. We've located an underground chamber. Gruesome regalia litters the chambers. Past the bodies, strange artifacts, and signs of a struggle in the center chamber. A sacrificial victim is strapped onto a rectangular stone altar. The victim appears to be maimed by a powerful compressive force. Clearly has a number of ritual happened here. Okay, 60.
Objective completed.
Beautiful tech points. That's what I mean. It just gives you so much tech points. It's glorious. Okay, so that gives us the Herald dagger, which is interesting. Our preliminary forensic investigation indicates that a powerful artifact activated this ritual. A strangely shaped knife found in the body is laced with complex but dormant number tech. We believe we can reawaken the knife and possibly reenact the ritual. Judging from the stress fractures on the sacrificial body, some otherworldly entity erupted from the altar, using the tortured body as some kind of gate. The knife is the key to open that gate. I do not want it. For we will destroy it, which gives us a lot of... so this is by courtesy of the PBEM mod. So if you don't want that, you probably don't want to get spoiled on these things. But once you've seen most of them, I think it's much better that way. It also stops you from missing out on things or forgetting things because it's really hard to remember all of them. But I think it's a nice feature. And especially for multiplayer games, not knowing, for example, about certain things can really be troublesome. And if you don't know, for example, the Herald Dagger, we could check it up in the Tome of Wonders, but to avoid spoilers for you, dear gentlemen, if you haven't played this game and want to find that out by yourself, I highly encourage you to do so. Now, speaking of things, that's gonna take a bit too long. Okay, let's check out what's down yonder over there. Jesus, there's a lot of... Is that another? No, I think that's a production facility, yeah. I was gonna say that would have been a lot of energy, which is a good thing. But also pretty rare. Oh, we've got some company. Oh, you just can't get there in one turn. Damn it. That's unfortunate. Let me grab the production stockpile. Ooh, double production. And looks like fungal, either fungal or xenoplague. Which is fine. So, society. We definitely live in one. Okay, we've got a little bit of rivers to cross, but nothing... Actually, we do have a couple rivers to cross. So, usually I don't go for aquatic deployment first, but river crossing expertise really does help. And... technically... Alright, get the biochemical, just so we have that all set up. For the beginning, and then we're gonna get started on the top row. Cause that's pretty good. And depending how fast our research is, we're gonna pick some other stuff on the way. Okay, I'm gonna send the piggy down there to capture that territory, which is a bit of a shame that I forgot about it beforehand, but it's okay for now. I can do that next turn. So if you don't know, hero mods equip immediately in general, and your unit mods do need a turn to apply. Okay, yeah, give them grounding harness for next turn. That's fine. More purification. And we'll make you spicy a bit later on. So I just hope these guys don't come down, otherwise that's going to be annoying. That's always the risk with getting that early colonizers, is getting them eaten by mobs. Ugh.
Hug it.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to check that.
The sea is a maiden of many moods. Most of them murderous.
Murderous indeed. Right. Better to perch a pendant up the side of horror than to entertain some numbered darkness. Charges ignited, rubble rained down, and unsettling purple smoke raised from the crater. We held our breath in the gloom until a less disciplined soldier laughed nervously. The troops immediately relaxed, happy to bury this mission. Very, very nice. Another, like, that's, in the early game, this is so powerful because it's like multiple turns of rewards, basically, or research. Alright, you go. Give me that. We're gonna turn it into a colony on the spot. Okay, I actually didn't need it this turn, which is fine. So we're gonna come down here. We're gonna grab the... just straight up level up for the entire army down here. Yeah, we're gonna get the biochemical applications quite quickly here. And I think that's gonna be it until we've got Pteranodon tech. So we're just gonna rush that. I could pick up Primal Control to farm some animals. For example, these fellas. You can basically mind control them. It's one of the few real mind controls that let you keep them after the battle. I just feel I can't really sustain it, and we don't really have the ops points for it anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna stick to the plan. Okay, this is like super annoying right now. But essentially what I can also do is just plop it down here. Which is basically gonna be the same effect. Just means I'm gonna get that one later. But it does secure the Cosmite. And if they move away, I might settle in place there after all. Very nice. Also, like, Amazons just have so many awesome buffs. So we're gonna grab the Fallout Protocol first. So that gives army-wide +1 shield. Armor, sorry. Which is pretty stellar. And we're gonna give her a close-range specialist. So she does damage. In this instance, we do not want to use the trick. Because this Imperial Standard here ranks up the entire everything that steps on it, including heroes and commanders. So it's really, really valuable, especially later on the higher levels. But for now, we want the entire stack to jump on it. So we're gonna wait a turn there. And that is fine. Ooh, we've got some ticks down here, which would be really nice to grab. There we go, some energy. Always welcome. So that's Xenoplague, eh? Very good. Ooh. Ooh, heavy units gain +1. Okay. Okay. So I think I'm gonna connect that to our main city here. And then... yeah, this is gonna be our Pteranodon city. So that's perfectly fine. Unless we find something even crazier. Because having, like, extra buffs on Pteranodons is insane. Speaking of extra buff. So, I'm gonna go grab the research here. Then... I'm gonna go military innovate over here and sector upgrade as well. Okay, 5 turns without, 3 turns with. But yeah, I want to prioritize that, and we still might get a good happiness event here.
Doctrine enacted.
There we go. We've got poison and some better regen on our boys.
In conclusion, knowledge is power.
Indeed, it is. It's beautiful. I'm gonna let the military ones read out the society ones just when they come in handy. I have a cool one. But I think that's a 45-minute episode. I think I'm gonna call the first one here. So I hope you enjoyed the series. I hope you stick around. It is a fantastic game, so give it a chance. Even if you're not that into turn-based strategy. Because there is some spicy stuff coming up. And other than that, I hope you have a fantastic day. And I'll see you on the next video.